Hello. So it's 6:45 in the morning. We're in Quebec City. My name is Brett, and I'm a tour guide. So here's our little breakfast stop this morning. We're off to the hotel after this, and then we have a little walking tour through Quebec City. So of course I'll bring you along. Lots of fun to be had. You see our bus there. Now I take students from all over the world who have come to Canada to learn how to speak English. A lot of Brazilians, a lot of Japanese, basically most countries that don't speak English. I meet some really cool, interesting people. We do some really cool things, and I want to bring you along and show you the kind of cool life that I'm living right now. So, welcome. All right, let me introduce you to my group. All right, everyone, say hi! Hi! This would be great. We're almost at the hotel. So I get into this room, slightly confused. What is this remote for? Get a voila! Honestly, it's pretty cool. I like it. All right, so here we are in our Quebec walking tour. Yeah, so we just lead a few people through the city. Yeah, so these tours can be fun. They see some of the history of some of these places, the fun places to maybe party or have food and whatnot, so.
Sure.
Hey, what country are you from?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, and you?
Mexico.
Mexico. I'm from Canada.
Okay.
Nice.
We are in Canada right now.
Yeah.
Perfect. We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
So one of the coolest parts about my job is that I get to bring students to really cool places like Chateau Frontenac. One of the most photographed hotels in the world. It is absolutely beautiful on the inside. The summertime here becomes a very beautiful place to be. And down below, not only do we have a beautiful hotel and everything here, but we also have Old Quebec, which is a really cool place to go down, maybe get some food or do some shopping and see the history of this area. This whole area of Old Quebec is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so nothing can be changed or altered dramatically, and they kind of have to keep the history of their place together, which is really cool. It makes for some really awesome tours. They're off on some free time now, enjoying the area, as am I. Bon appetit, everyone! So we're off on some free time, making our way back to the hotel. This is Christian.
What's up?
Christian is running the other bus on this tour. So we have 2 buses and roughly 80 students?
Yeah, pretty much.
Give or take. So they're on free time. They make their own way back to the hotel. So that's what we're doing now. We go back a little early though, catch some Z's. Yeah. It's always best when you have someone else to be on your tour with you. To run a tandem tour makes
Very true.
the world of a difference.
You suffer together.
You suffer no. No, but doing a solo tour, sometimes you actually do suffer unless you really connect with the students, and then you end up hanging out with them. Welcome to Quebec City. So we also take an overnight bus from Toronto. Getting into Quebec City sometimes can be a little tiring, and you need to take a nap on the city bus. Sorry, Christian. Had to do this to you. There's just something about having a homemade meal when you're not at home. That's the best. But say hi, everyone. So here in Quebec City, you have a street called Grande Allée. Grande Allée is where most of the action happens here at night. I've got a few friends with me here who are ready for the Dagobert tonight. We're ready to party. And you wouldn't believe it,
Yeah.
this is the club. Yeah, so we'll show you inside in a second. Needless to say, last night was a pretty good night, but today we are off to Montreal, so stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for joining me today, and